Hi, I am Kajer on two wheels, and today we're going to learn how to turn a bike properly. So, first off, I am going to show you how it's done and then explain why and how does this work. Because this is very counterintuitive. We're going to learn what is called countersteering, and countersteering means to go left, you steer right. Yes, you turn the wrong way on bikes all the time. So I'm going to go here on a highway. I've got my little cruise control gizmo on. So let's accelerate a bit more. No hands, look. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to close my fists and then push the handlebar forward. I cannot pull it backward with a closed fist, right? So what I'm gonna do, to do that turn up ahead, I'm going to push this handlebar forward, turn left, and the bike will go right. Let me just use my body to turn a bit. Okay, left, right, left. I can even lean this way and push it left. Look, I'm leaning one way and I'm still turning to the right way. How? I am pushing forwards. I'm turning the handlebars that way with my closed fist, like this. Can I go back? I can. So let's... Yes, I was already pointing this way. It's really hard to do this very explicitly because it's all instinct. Even though, yes, you can kind of do it with your body, what you are actually doing is inducing this by changing your weight. But as you can see, you can't really do much. This is much more powerful. As I shown, I can be all leaned on the outside and I can still move to the left if I want by pushing. So, next turn, let's accelerate a bit more. Turn left, right? I'll let it drift onto the outside. This is also slightly banked. Now left. Right, there's a car. Okay. I'm going to cut throttle, leave it very low because I'm going to exit here and show you. Still closed fists. Okay, let's go into second gear so I can show you slowly how this is. Brake, 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 brake. Okay, closed fist. Let's do a roundabout. Look at the other hand, it's not there. See? See how this works? It's this simple. Please don't stall. If you stall, we fall. Baby, don't stall, baby. Whoa. At these slow speeds, the bike has this tendency to wobble a bit because it's trying to find its balance. You've seen that in a couple of accidents on YouTube, which is always a lot of fun, seeing a bike just shimmering around. Whoops. Thing is, when you release this without hands on the handlebar, the bike has this tendency to just try and overcorrect, which can scare if you're not grabbing the handlebars. So let's go. See, still, I'm just pushing. I'm going to do a 90-degree left turn with one hand and without pulling on the handlebar. Whoops, sorry, this requires a bit more finesse. Okay, like this. This can also work. I had to do it like that because the closed fist does not give me any kind of feel, so it's hard to do it. So how does this work? You've seen how this works. It works. To turn left, you turn your handlebars to the right, which is very weird. Look, again, left side, pushing, 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 pushing. There's no trick. I'm not trying to deceive you. It really works like that. Now, why does this work? Simple. Inertia. When you're on a car and you turn left, everyone inside the car has this tendency to slide right, correct? We've all done it as kids. Push the guy on the outside of the turn into the door. Just crush him using inertia. It's fun. We've all done it. But that's how a bike turns. What happens is that when you turn your handlebar to the right, which is what I'm going to do now if I can, even though this is a stop sign. Okay, let's go. Not at this speed, sorry. But when you do that, when you turn your handlebar to the right, the bike immediately starts turning right because the wheel is pointing that way. Okay, fine. But the exact moment it starts turning right, inertia kicks in and tries to keep the bike moving forward. So just like a car, it tilts left. When you do a hard right turn on the car tilts left, right? So as soon as you start turning right, the bike tilts left, which is what we saw, this. Thing is, as soon then, a few milliseconds after that, the bike is now tilted left, and so the center of gravity is no longer under the wheel, so it starts moving towards the center of gravity because it starts falling that way. It turns like an airplane. An airplane is flying straight with a center of lift which pushes it up. When it tilts, the lift from the wings pushes it in that direction, so it starts to turn. The bike is the same thing. When you lean it over, it's trying to fall, but it can't, so it keeps turning and turning and turning. Okay? This is how this works. It is very counterintuitive. It has a very weird name, Countersteer, but it just is like that. You turn right to go left. The only time when this is not 100% true is at very, 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 very slow speeds, like under 10 kilometers per hour. At walking pace speeds, the gyroscopic forces from the wheels turning are not enough to keep the bike upright. So it's your balance that's keeping the bike upright. That's why it's pretty hard to ride the bike slowly. And in that case, what you do is you maintain your balance with your body and you turn normally. This is pure instinct, okay? Just doing some figure eights. Look at the steering wheel, handlebar. See how it works? At slow speed, it works normally. At medium speed, which I'm going to do now, what you're actually doing is that you're counter-steering to initiate the lean, and then you steer normally, but you don't really notice that because it's instinct. You basically counter-steer until it's leaned over how much you want and you're turning what you want, and then you stop counter-steering. But actually when you stop counter-steering, you're still giving it a tiny bit of input with the wheel, so the wheel is not quite straight, it's still pointing slightly inwards. But that balance is when you stop leaning over the bike, and so you don't really notice that you're actually steering slightly into the turn. At much slower speeds you start noticing. In this case, let's try. Now this was on purpose, this was silly, let's do it right. So I'm just going to come here and turn left and turn left. Thing is, at these very slow speeds your body helps turn the bike a lot. And as you change the center of gravity, you're steering, the handlebars also move to try to keep balance. The bike itself does that, and so it does the same input you should be doing. So basically, high speed is the technique I showed you. Low speed is a bit trickier, it's on instinct, but basically you just lean over, turn the bike, full lock. Okay, at very slow speeds it's full lock. How to do the figure eights, because these are always a pain? Well, the first thing you got to do is stop being afraid of it, and if there's any kind of problem, you throttle out. Don't go very slow. Everything on a bike is easier at speed, seriously. Wanna see? Oh, I'm falling over. Give it a bit of throttle and suddenly everything is fine. Don't give it too much though, you just give it a tiny dab of it. Let's turn here left. And as long as you're moving, there's no issues on the bike. The bike is bad when it's stopped. If it's moving, it's easy. Why learn this? Because this will give you actual control on the bike instead of just going by instinct. It is instinct, and it is the way you have already been riding. And if you know how to ride the bicycle, it is the same thing. A bicycle works in exactly the same fashion with no sort of changes. It's exactly this. But it's best that you know the technique so you apply it correctly, and you're not supposed to turn the handlebar. That's going to be just too harsh. Don't work like that. The correct way is to push the handlebar. If you want to go that way, you push the handlebar on the same side, down and forwards. Imagine you're pushing it down your suspension, okay? And that's the way your brain works best, okay? What you're actually doing, you're turning the handlebar right to go left, but what you want to think about doing is pushing the handlebar down, because that's what you want. You want to push the bike down. It's not like this. This does nothing at all, okay? No. That angle, like that. Like this. See? And it's not much. It's very subtle. You barely see my eyes moving, my arms moving. It's very, very subtle and very, very quick. This technique will allow you, and I just made a big poo-poo. This technique will allow you to just wrangle the bike into the position you want whenever you want. You can do it so fast you can actually overcome the grip on the front tire and actually, well, probably crash if you really, really overdo it. So let's change lanes really quickly here. Left, right. This is the only way to do this. What I just did is impossible to do in any other fashion. And you should practice this a bit until you understand how it works, and then relax, but keep in mind that that's the way to turn. It's instinct. You will do it by instinct, but if you understand it and you push yourself to do it like this when you think you're doing it on instinct, you'll notice that your riding will become 1,000 times better. You'll be very precise, and say during a corner you can actually easily correct to not go over manhole covers like this. Even while you're leaned over, you can unlean over and re-lean over easily to be really precise and go exactly through what you want. It's a very, very important technique. It is the only way to make a corner on a motorcycle, and you're using it whether you think you are or not. Trust me, you are using it. The only time this doesn't work is at, say, under 10 kilometers per hour. Then it doesn't work. 10 to 15, it's a bit iffy. Over that, this is the way you turn a bike. So that's it. Cage route.